Oh my God, guys, I am back. I know it's been so long, but I got caught up in some life stuff. I've been dying to get back here and do some reviews for you guys. For those of you who are sticking with me, thank you. I appreciate that. But yeah, I have been dying to do some reviews. So let's get to it, man. Let's get going first with Luke Skywalker's Snowspeeder from the Vintage Collection. And how do I know it's Luke Skywalker? Well, if you ask any Star Wars nerd, they can tell you it's basically this gray stripe going down. Yeah, that tells you that that's Luke Skywalker's Snowspeeder. The normal Snowspeeders, the average Snowspeeder, would have a red mark going down, and a red mark going down the front as well. But Luke Skywalker, Commander Skywalker, always had the gray. So very cool. But look at the detail on this thing, man. This thing's amazing. I love this thing, and I really wish Hasbro would release the standard version with the red, markings. That would be great. Hasbro, it's long overdue. Give us the Snowspeeder with the red markings so we can complete our Snowspeeder fleet and make you more rich. All right. But yeah, here it is, man. This is the Vintage Collection Snowspeeder, or the Vintage Collection Armored Snowspeeder. And I have in here, I have, of course, Luke Skywalker, Commander Skywalker, and of course, his co-pilot, Dak. Yeah, poor Dak. Oh, Dak. What happened to you, buddy? Yeah, but look at that. That's pretty cool. Really cool on the inside of that cockpit in the back there. I mean, they went all out on this thing, man. They really did. This thing's great. Yeah, I love the Power of the Force one, too. That's another good one. But this one, man. I mean, look at this. Look at right down to the thermal detonators on the side, or whatever those are. I'm assuming they're thermal detonators. They have a spot here for his hook that he used to scale the AT-AT walker, so we could throw the thermal detonator in there. But just awesome. And look at this. Look at that. That's a great console. Yeah, so cool. Great. This thing is just awesome. I love it. Hey, nobody can beat the Vintage Collection. Sorry, Black Series, but you suck. I'm sorry. I'm just going to say it. You suck. This is it. This is the scale. There's only one. All the others are imposters. False impersonators. Yeah, very cool. But look at this. This is all good stuff. I can't read Hebrew, but I do believe that this one says watch your step or something like that. Somebody translated all this stuff, and at one point it said something like watch your step, and as you see the foothold there. But yeah, very cool. But all this was translated by a translator, and I'm sure you can look it up online to where you could see exactly what everything says. But really cool. I mean, look at this, guys. Look at this Snowspeeder. So cool. And look, right down to the harpoon. Yeah. And that does fire. If you push that button right there, it will fire off. So you can wrap your rope around the AT-AT walker's legs. But yeah, I love these speed flaps here on the back. They don't move, but very cool. But however, we do have on the top, the speed flaps do open. How cool is that? Because in the movie you see them going up and down, depending on how they're turning. Here we go. Like it'll be like this. Like if it goes to the left side, it'll go whoop, and then whoop, and then this will go down, and this goes like that way, and then go like that. Really cool. I mean, they even did the top of the cockpit just the way it looked in the movie. That's great. But yeah, they got the speed flaps. How cool is that? Very, very nice. Very, very cool. And if you do this, if you take this off, you could do the way it looked in the movie at one point. Some of these snowspeeders look like this, and you can make it look like that. How cool is that? And you can make your maintenance worker work on the inside. You know, get your, you know, what do they say? Adjusting the snowspeeders to the cold. Yeah, maybe you can take off the flap there and make your mechanic adjust the snowspeeder to the cold. Being that, it's really funny because they're called snowspeeders, but they're really, you know, pretty environmental friendly. They're pretty much used on all different environments and stuff like that. So, you know, we found that out later as things go on with the series and movies, that these things are actually, you know, used on all different kinds of planets. And in The Empire Strikes Back, they actually literally mentioned that they were adapting these to the cold. So technically, the snowspeeder probably really wasn't a snowspeeder. It was probably some other just environmental, you know, ship that needed, you know, obviously some adjusting to the cold and stuff. So that's pretty cool. Pretty cool fact. Take this back off. I'm dropping that. And you can put this back on. Like that. Hang on a second. Let me fix this. Okay. Don't you hate when things go wrong when you're trying to review things? So annoying. But it's fixed now. We got all the panels back where they belong. But yeah, very cool. This does not light up and shoot like the old Power of the Force one or the old original Kenner one did. But this also has a landing gear that goes in nicely. Very nice. The old one, you would have a little thing here, and you pull it back, and the landing gear will just, you know, pop right out automatically, which was pretty cool, but it could also be very annoying at times too. But so I'm glad that this was just one of those things where you just push it down and up. So very, 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 very nice. But yeah, so very cool. I just love the snowspeeders in general. They just look so cool. It kind of remind me of a Stingray or something without the tail. Really neat looking. This is just a great design. And I just love it. They did come out in the Power of the Force with the concept art snowspeeder. I don't have that one. I've always wanted it. Maybe someday I'll get it. We'll see. You know, no telling what time will hold. But it's definitely on my agenda of things to get in the future because it was really cool. I just love Ralph McQuarrie's concept art and all that anyway. So anything Ralph McQuarrie, I get excited about. So really, really cool. But yeah, so this is a very cool looking snowspeeder. Like I said, I'm really hoping that Hasbro would give us the standard version later. I'm still waiting for that. Come on, Hasbro. Bring it. I'm waiting on it. I can't wait. And yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this review of the Snowspeeder. There's really not much more to say about it. Other than it's really cool. And let me show you this. This is really cool. I don't know. I just think this looks really cool. I don't know what that is, but it's really cool looking. That's nice. I like that. I don't know. I just like the way that looks. So cool. But yeah. So come on, Hasbro. Give us the standard version so we could complete our Snowspeeder fleet and reenact the Battle of Hoth and whatever else our imaginations come up with. It'll be great. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this review. Please like and subscribe if you like my channel. And I'll see you guys all on the next one. All right, guys, later. This has been fun. Bye-bye.